Preview. Hello and welcome to the Pearls of Wisdom video channel. And today this is a very special interview because we're talking about the Pearls of Wisdom virtual online retreat that is happening on the 5th and 6th of September. We have some phenomenal exhibitors, and the lady I'm talking to today, so special. I've known her a short time and I feel like I've known her all my life. And every time we chat, I just feel closer and closer to this wonderful lady. It is a great pleasure to introduce you to Julia Ngapo, who is a business coach. Hello and welcome, Julia.
Hello, Pearl. Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
I look forward to our chats. I could chat to you all day long. I really could.
We put the world to rights, don't we?
Oh, we do. And we do it in the best possible way. And at some time, we're going to have to do this on a face-to-face level with a nice glass of something sat beside us as well.
Wouldn't that be lovely?
Oh, won't it just? I'm now going to ask you, now, you have so many wonderful services and options that you offer. Can you share a bit with our audience as to what you are going to be sharing on the retreat on the 5th and 6th of September, please?
Yes, of course. I'm doing a session on both days. The first session on Saturday is going to be about understanding and clearing those self-limiting beliefs that we all suffer from. That annoying voice. I always think of it like the old sort of Daffy Duck cartoons with the devil and the angel on your shoulders. That's sort of the image that I have. But the inner critic, that annoying voice that pesters you and tells you that you can't do something because, you know, you're not clever enough, you're not slim enough, you're not whatever, not worthy, or that makes you procrastinate and wait until whatever happens. Those beliefs, I know, especially for women in business, can be really limiting, can really hold you back from achieving the success that you want. So that's the session that I'm going to be doing on Saturday. And on Sunday, I'm going to be doing a session on creating your business vision. It's no good wanting success, which we all do, wanting growth in business without having steps in place so that you can visualize and get to that success, whatever success means to you. It's like trying to drive to a place without with a sat nav and you haven't put the destination in. How are you going to know when you reach success if you don't know what that is? So that's the session for Sunday. And yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it.
I mean, this is fantastic. I mean, you know, I talk about law of attraction, and that piece that you're going to be doing on the Sunday, it's as much about business and seeing that vision as if you've got your vision there and you put that vibration out, that's what you're going to call in. So everything you're saying, I can't wait. I really can't. It's going to be so exciting to learn and have all this at your fingertips. And if I say to the audience, for what the attendance price is, most of our exhibitors would be charging £250, £300 up per hour for a session. And what people are sharing, we've got well over £1,000 worth, probably into the thousands of content that people are sharing each day. And you can sign up. You can sign up for £25 for the Saturday, or £25 for the Sunday, or £50 all inclusive. Or we have our VIP offer at £75, where that not only do they get to access everything, we're going to be doing a Zoom call either on the Saturday night with the exhibitors and the VIP attendees so that they can join in. And I'm also going to do it because everything's going to be available on replay for the month afterwards. Mid-September, I'm going to do another Zoom call with VIP attendees and exhibitors so that people have had chance to actually look at the information and maybe have questions and to ask and reach out. So I think I'm adding bits all the time. It's just different ideas I get, and I think, yes, that's an extra tweak that's going to make it extra special. And to see that and to learn, I mean, the information that you share, I mean, when we've spoken on a previous podcast, everything, you have so much wonderful experience. And I've seen your profile on LinkedIn, and the engagement you get is just phenomenal. It really is.
I think the podcast, I'm really excited. I think the retreat is going to be fantastic, because having seen the lineup, if you like, there is such a wealth of information and knowledge and expertise there from all different sort of strains, if you like. And I think it's going to be fantastic, because as you say, it's not only the business practical side of things, but it's the spirituality and the well-being. Absolutely fantastic.
Exactly. And actually that leads me to my next question. Now, all of the virtual retreats will always have business, spirituality and well-being as the topics. Now, where would you say that your services, your offer sits across all three, maybe one or two, or just one area?
I think it sits bang smack in the middle. It sits across all.
Yeah.
My background is like yours, is very corporate. So I have that sort of very business orientated background, but having studied Reiki and Seichem and shamanic healing, I also have a spiritual level of knowledge as well. And of course that all leads into the wider area of well-being generally. And I think especially in the times that we're facing at the moment, certainly that without doubt the well-being, but the spirituality side of things as well is so important. And I think people are learning to embrace that more and more. So I would say somewhere in the middle of all three.
Yep, definitely, completely agree with that. And each of these retreats are going to have a topic. And the topic that I've thought the overarching idea for this one is positivity post-lockdown. And like you were saying, I mean, I know last week when I was doing a recording, and the media had actually mentioned the R word, which I hate to think of, recession, because it's all doom and gloom. And I didn't want that, because yes, I'm of an age, I've been through a recession already, and there's companies, unfortunately, yes, some of them go to the wall, but others see it as a time of growth, and they can always, there is always money changing hands. There it's always that commerce that happens, even if certain things are looking, it, should we believe the media, that it's all doom and gloom, because it isn't. And that's why I thought positivity post lockdown, because so many people have looked and have the embryonic idea of a business and might want to exhibit and share and show to a global audience. Or maybe you're not at that stage yet, but it's given you time, being in lockdown, to step back and think you want to change your spiritual practices. We've got the exhibitors that are going to share that, and it's all coming together, and the potential from that. And again, everything that you were saying, it covers all of those areas, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yeah, absolutely.
It's because there is so much. When I look at it, I've stopped listening to the news. I know when people look at COVID, and it's a completely different era. We've never lived in anything like this. But that's why I thought, take the whole idea of a retreat online, because currently this is the new norm. It's and yes, there will hopefully come a time that we're back to doing face-to-face retreats and meetings and everything. But I think because people have learned they can expand their network and they can speak to people across the globe and keeping their carbon footprint low and everything, I think there is always going to be that need for this online events as well, and people sort of embrace it more. I don't know if you agree in that.
Absolutely. I mean, personally, I've attended more online meetings and networking events over the past few months than I ever did in the past, because the geographical barriers are down. And I think this is the new norm to a certain extent. And I think, events like this bring the whole sort of spiritual and well-being arena into everybody's immediate sort of area, and they're so valuable.
It's something, I mean, I know we touched on LinkedIn earlier. I've been doing a few posts, and I was lucky enough to be featured on the Book of Experts video podcast that over in the States for, I think it went out on 5 different channels. But they were saying when they were promoting that, they got quite a bit of pushback, because I talk about spirituality and business. And everyone was saying, yes, well-being and business, they're used to it, but they don't always touch on the spirituality. And so when I was being interviewed, I pushed back and I said, so who has that lucky penny or that lucky something that they take to an interview with them, or they have a set routine, they have to wear this, there's a set outfit that they wear, they have a routine where they do their meditation and everything before they start their business day. I'd push back. They might be calling it well-being. I'd push back and I'd say that's spirituality. They've just given it a different name. And it's just seen, and this is where I'm seeing on LinkedIn, there's quite a difference where I've actually stepped up and I've added the word spiritual or spirituality to my profile, where it always used to be corporate and business. It's a completely different dynamic when you connect with people.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think maybe the term, I think a lot of people put a slightly different connotation, as you say, to the word spirituality, when, as you say, for most of us, it's some area of what we might class as spirituality. It's an everyday thing, you know, those lucky pants that you put on to go to an interview, or, you know, the football shirt that you put on to watch your team play, or whatever it is. You know, we all have those, I think, or a lot of us have that element of spirituality without maybe calling it that.
Yeah. And this is why I go back. That's why every retreat I do will cover all 3 of those genres, because it will impact, and it's that whole new norm. How many things have we seen? When I say the media, when they do put a positive spin on something, like they're saying it's almost the earth resetting. I've seen things where they've seen dolphins or whales in a certain area that's never been there before because the water's cleaner. Simply when we step back and are taken out of the equation and we let nature take its course, we start to see wondrous things happening.
Absolutely. Yeah. It
truly
is amazing, isn't it?
It is absolutely wonderful. Now, is there anything else you would like to share with the audience as to what, when it comes to the retreat, what is it that stands out to you? What made you think, yes, I want to be part of this?
I think it was the lineup of guests. I mean, I as you said previously, I've been connected with you for some time on LinkedIn and other social media, and you know, you are an absolute inspiration. But the lineup of exhibitors is just fantastic, and there is such a breadth and diversity to what they're presenting about, that I think there really is something for everyone.
Yeah, totally.
I think I'm so excited, and the Sunday is my birthday, so I want people to come along and celebrate with me.
Oh,
bring a glass of something.
Oh, definitely, because I'd seen you posted on LinkedIn that it's your birthday. I wasn't sure. Now you've confirmed that it's the Sunday, so right, that's gone in the diary so that we know.
I know. What can you do?
Absolutely wonderful. Now, I know that when people are listening, they're going to find that, yes, there's only so much information they can take at one time. So what I'm going to advertise now, we're doing the video session now, but we will be looking at a podcast as well. So I say to the audience that are watching, listening, make sure that you look for the podcast as well, that Julia will be taking part in. And I'll draw this interview to a close. You've covered so many wonderful things, and I will reiterate again, this lady is phenomenal. What she does is fantastic. Without doubt, reach out to her, connect her, and learn from her on the retreat, and then make sure you reach out and take up those services, because she can only propel you forward. Thank you so much for being a guest.
Thank you so much, Pearl.
Preview.